I actually liked Osgood Perkins' movie Long Legs from summer of 2024. It had, a whole lot of hype, of course, and there was a lot of backlash from people who thought that it didn't live up to the hype. I thought it was a very solid horror movie. I wasn't really as taken with his second effort. What was it called? The Monkey. I think The Monkey is the title of it. That was, fair at best. But I thought that when I saw the preview for his new movie Keeper, I thought this looks interesting. This maybe he's finding his footing again. Now, I'm going to spoil things in this review, uh, so uh, forewarned is forearmed. If you want to see the movie, then and you don't want to be have the ending spoiled, then don't watch this video. The only movies I ever spoil are the ones that I don't think are worth seeing, and that's why I don't feel any compunction about spoiling this movie. Now, this movie had a very misleading trailer, and when I saw the trailer, it made me think, okay, this looks kind of interesting. This looks like they're treading possibly new ground here. In the trailer that you see, or that I saw, there's a part where we see a woman, the main the lead female character, and she says to herself, we see the voice inside her head, I don't know if I trust this guy. And then we see the guy, and he says in his mind, I don't know if I trust this girl. And and then there's a lot of spooky images, and there's a lot of there are scenes of both of them looking scared, both of them looking freaked out, and you get the impression that the preview leaves you with is that there's something victimizing them both. You get the feeling this is maybe a movie that's saying something about romantic relationships, um, but it isn't doing the gender war thing. It isn't portraying one side as good and the other side as evil, but saying maybe there's some force that's preying on both of these characters, who are in this relationship, but who have some misgivings, or some unresolved suspicions, each seemingly having unresolved suspicions or doubts about the other person in the relationship. Well, that was what got me to see the movie, and it was cunningly made because I think if they'd been true to what the movie's actually about, and they said, "Here's yet another misandrist movie. Here's yet another movie where a woman is led into a place by a guy that she thinks she can trust, only to find out that the guy is a really bad guy and intends to do her harm." You know, if the preview had indicated to me something along those lines, I would have said no, no, thank you, not another Miss Andress movie, not another movie where woman good, man bad. I'm tired of that. Done with that. All over with that. Um, but but as it stands, they must have been aware that there'd be viewers like me who would have these kinds of misgivings, and they said, "Here's how we lure viewers like Mr. Nowicki out there, Mr. Andy Nowicki, who we definitely want to see this movie, but we know that he wouldn't see this movie if he knew what it was really about." So I'm joking, of course, but I do. I mean, to say that it was about me, just I have to explain that to some of you because I know there's some people out there like, dude, dude, look, dude. Let me explain. Dude, you're not the main character, okay? You're not. You're just not the main character. Get over yourself. I mean, I know there's people out there like that. This is the internet, so I have to explain that I'm joking about that, which is sad, but there you go. But yeah, so you get in to the movie theater and watch the movie, and I'm not going to go into too much about the plot. Essentially, this couple that's been seeing each other for maybe a couple months or so. She's an artist. She paints, and he's a doctor, as we find out. So sort of an eligible, bachelor kind of person, but there's maybe like some age disparity. He's maybe in his 40s and she's like maybe in her 30s. So she has these conversations with her girlfriend on the phone, telling her that, oh, you know what? He's probably hiding. He's probably got a family that he's hiding from you. You're his side piece, and blah blah blah. And of course, it's nothing so mundane as that, uh, because what it turns out is he's taking her to this secluded house in the woods, this cabin out in the woods. It looks like out in the out somewhere in the Northwest, Oregon or Washington, um, and and he's taking her out there because he wants ultimately to feed off of her. He's somebody who has lived for hundreds of years, as we find out. He's not exactly a vampire, but he's somebody who found this witch. Yes, this is a movie about about how about the process, the persecution of witches. So yeah, getting pretty getting pretty deep into the anti-male, feminist, witch is good. This witch just wants to frolic around and be outside, and she's not casting evil spells, and she's not in league with Satan or anything like that. Which is all those inconvenient things that witches really were. Anyway, so like 200 years ago, they found her and and shot her and put her in the shed with their hogs. Mistreated her very badly, and then she gave birth to these monsters, and these monsters are sort of like these mythical beings, and they they demand sacrifice, and so every as often as he needs to, he takes a woman up there and lets her be sacrificed by these ghoulish creatures out there, and that enhances his life force, so he's able to live, for a little bit longer. That's how he's been able to last for, I think, around 2 centuries or so. But it just so happens this time that the woman he's brought with him is maybe the witch, but she's been reincarnated as this girl, or maybe this is. It's not really clear, but the same actress who plays the witch in the flashback is the one who's the the girl, the leading lady in the movie. So this time around, instead of the ghouls and all of these past the I guess the trapped souls of these past women that he's taken there to be drained of their essence, so that he can soak up their life force and become more powerful himself. Um, this time around, they because the mama is back, I guess she's like a reincarnation of the original witch who was there, and so now he ends up being victimized, and he gets trained, and it's ha 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 ha. Not today, patriarchy. We got you, evil white man. We got you. You know, roll credits. So that's that's what this movie Keeper is about. Be be warned if you go to see it. This is yet another misandrist movie. This is another woman good, man bad movie. So unfortunately, they already have my money because they tricked me from the preview. But anyway, maybe I'll include the preview here, or maybe I'll just let you can go find it if you want to find it. Um, but the preview does fool you, but don't be fooled. This is more of the same, unfortunately.